Um, I think things can happen like that. I mean, obviously they're unexpected. We don't expect them to happen, but when they do happen, you've got to pick yourself up. You've got to go and fight, and you've got to go and be determined to try and make sure that you stay in the game. And of course, when we appear to play the bigger sides, and Leeds are a tremendous side, I'm not undermining them in any way, shape or form. I think they're absolutely brilliant. But we've seen a performance at Liverpool where the players seem to play their best, and then here when they try and open themselves up and try and attack the opposition, then they can't do the defending right. And with Leeds overrunning us today, ended up with a 5-0 defeat, and deservedly so. And I was shocked to see such a poor performance by the players, and we just have to keep working as hard as we can to try and put that right. Consistency is everything now. Consistent performances, and consistent in the way we play, consistent in the way we defend, and then the consistency in the way we attack. But we can't seem to get a consistency at the moment in terms of attacking and then doing the defending right. Because we had to defend for long periods of times at Liverpool, and it was difficult to attack them, we focused on that defending well, got a result. When we got the chance to break out here, then when we lost it and tried to defend, we were terrible today. So we've got to try and get that balance of transition better, and pick the players up, and get them recovered and get them going again, because life will get even more and more difficult unless we start getting better and better very quickly.
And you've been back in the dressing room. Have you spoken to Romain? What's his mood like?
It's a mistake. He thought the goalkeeper was there, but he should have looked before he played that ball. And obviously, bizarre goal to give away. That was the last thing we wanted. I mean, even before I came, we've been riddled with early goals, and again, this time we've given a belated Christmas present. So just when we thought we were settling down and maybe getting into the game a little bit more, we actually give the opposition a goal this time by scoring a bizarre own goal.
And things didn't start well even before the game, because Kieran Gibbs was ruled out with injury in the warm-up. Can you just tell us the extent of that injury and how bad it is?
Yeah, he felt his thigh while he was warming up, so probably comes from the Liverpool game, because it was only 2 days ago, and there's still a bit of fatigue in there that he felt wasn't going to go away. So Lee Peltier came in, so at least I got the opportunity to see Lee and see what he can do.
And there was an incident just before the goal, when the ball appeared to hit Pascal Struijk on his arm. There was a shout by one of your players. Have you seen that back? Do you think that was a penalty?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything back at the moment. I'm more concerned not what the referee's doing. I'm more concerned about my squad of players. That's what concerns me, in making sure that they, certainly from now to the end of the year, do not dish up another performance like that.
And there was another incident, I'll ask you about it anyway, when Rodrigo had his arm around Callum Robinson. I assume you might not have seen that back yet.
Well, my problem is, again, my players. If it goes around Callum Robinson, he should go down, and he should look to try and get the penalty, because that's what you have to do today. But we couldn't even score a goal today with no goalie in. So that shows you what we've been like today. It's been a dreadful evening, and me and Sammy and the rest of the staff have to get our heads down and keep into these players and keep demanding more and more from them until they start producing more consistent performances, because Liverpool was fantastic, but this was dreadful, unfortunately.
And you've got Arsenal next at home. How do you try and change things around? The turnaround is so short, isn't it?
Well, one thing is January's coming up. That's the way we can change it, by bringing new players in. And I think that by what I've seen at the moment and what I've done in the past, that will freshen and help the squad to play better. Whether we can find those players or not is another matter. But we will try hard to do that, because I think that's going to be a necessity on the early assessment that I've made at the moment. We'll play Blackpool, and there'll be another assessment on some of the squad players that I haven't seen too much of, and we'll play in that FA Cup match. So by the time we've finished at Blackpool and January comes, I'll be talking to the board and saying that this is where we are. If we need to try and get where we need to get, this is what we need to try and do. But it's a hugely difficult market if you're going into it. It's always difficult in January, but I think with the situation, the pandemic, it's even more difficult, but we have to try.
And will it be up front that you'll be looking to try and reinforce?
You'll find out when we find the player.
Thanks,
I
Sam.
can't say specifically where it's going to be because I'm not so sure whether, if we want what we want, where we want it, whether we can actually find it. But we'll try.
Thank you, Sam.
Cheers.